Gervonta Davis, 90-day home incarceration means Devin Haney is next. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, what does the 90-day home incarceration sentence mean for Gervonta Davis' next fight? This is the question I want to ask to the community and try to answer for you guys in this quick video. If y'all stick around for a few minutes, we'll talk about it. So, reading some articles, and it's getting reported. I believe yesterday he actually started his home incarceration, but they were reporting it like he had been sentenced to jail yesterday. So I didn't want to report on it yesterday. I said I'm gonna wait till everybody's talking about it, then I'll put it out, because that'll be official news. So, reported today that he did not get sentenced to any jail time. He's got some fines, and he's got 90 days of home incarceration, which means basically 3 months. His full springtime, part of his summer, is going to be spent just sitting at home, hopefully working out, keeping his body in shape, and preparing for the biggest fight of his career, which I'm hoping will be Devin Haney. Now, Devin Haney is set to take on Vasyl Lomachenko. Nobody's really giving Vasyl a shot to win this fight. I think he does have the skill sets to win, but there are situations at play, I think, that are out of Vasyl's hands, and I don't think he's going to overcome those situations and be able to basically extend his career the way he wants to, becoming champion again and defeating Devin Haney, and perhaps he be the one to take on Gervonta Davis. But most likely what's going to happen is Gervonta is going to end up, I'm hoping, fighting Devin at the end of the summer. But I've been saying for a while I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to happen till 140. But being that he's not getting any jail time and he can work out the whole 3 months that he's just sitting around doing nothing, hopefully he's using that time to work out, he can be seriously prepared for that fight come September.
Y'all see where we at? We at Louisville, gang. We turning all the way up.
Now he'll be off. It is May now. He started yesterday, so that was May the 4th. You might as well say the beginning of May. You got June, July, August. So he'll be on home incarceration until the end of August, till September the 4th. So sometime September, October, we could possibly get a Devin Haney match. And that would be perfect timing, because Devin Haney would have most likely already beaten Vasyl, gotten his 3 months off, because he's set to fight Vasyl, I believe, in like 2.5 weeks. And he would have gotten his 3 months off, June, July, August. And then if the fight was to take place in September or October, it'd be perfect timing for both guys. October would be more, give both guys more time and a pretty good training camp, 6 weeks training camp, so they don't have to rush it. So you set the fight in September to be made in October, and that would give guys, plenty of time, and it would be perfect timing for both guys to try to work it out. Now, the biggest issue, I think, in this fight would be, is Devin Haney going to stick around? That's number one. Or is he planning on moving to 140? Because let's say he beats Vasyl, but it's a real tough matchup. He doesn't look good at the weight. Doesn't carry the weight. He don't knock Vasyl out. He just points him out. I would say there's a higher shot that Devin's going to leave the division at that point. And we probably won't get Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney at 135. But if we see a dominant performance from Devin, and perhaps even a dominant point performance where he doesn't win by knockout or knockdown, he just wins on the point, but he dominated from beginning to the end of the fight, then I would say maybe 50-50 shot on him fighting Gervonta. I would say more likely for Shakur if he sticks around. But if he dominates Vasil, once again, if it's a dominant performance, I think Team Haney would be confident in taking Gervonta on at that point. But I think there's going to be weird stipulations within the fight. The titles might not be on the line. It might just be a showdown between both guys for the O and not for the belts. I think Devin Haney would want to exit the division as the champion, so he goes into 140 with a big-time matchup. And this is the reason I'm saying it might not happen, because if he loses those titles before he moves to 140, there's no reason for Josh Taylor to fight him immediately. But if he goes in with the titles, then I believe he gets an automatic shot at Josh Taylor because he's the champion. I'm not saying that's the ultimate reason that he might move up or might not. I don't know. This is all based off of Devin Haney's decision and how he does in his own words after the Vasil Lomachenko fight. You know, his own words were, I got to gauge where I'm at. I don't like the weight. I don't like making the weight anymore. But if I feel good, I'm willing to stick around for one more fight. Now, what are the chances of it not being Gervonta and it being Shakur? I think they're very high. I don't know why people are jumping Shakur over Gervonta. He's just entered the division. But there are a lot of people who feel like Devin Haney will more than likely take on Shakur, and it won't be Gervonta, and they feel like for some reason Gervonta's resume is padded, but Shakur Stevens' resume isn't padded. This is where the semantics and the wording become funny, because if you say that Gervonta's resume is padded and you believe Shakur is a better fighter, then you have to say that Shakur's resume is padded as well, and he just entered the division, so he has no big names to point at 135 to say, hey, I fought this guy, this guy, this guy. And the same for Devin Haney. He did beat George Kambosos, but, Vasil Lomachenko is probably the biggest name on his resume at this point. So, you could say all three of those guys have padded resumes, but I wouldn't say that. I say that they've had good fights with good opponents. They're just not all superstars. Every boxer can't be a superstar. Every boxer who's really good can't be a superstar. There's plenty of names that I could name off that never reached superstardom, but they were excellent boxers, and people just were late, to the party. They were late to picking up on these guys, but it happens all the time, and we got to stop elevating people to statuses they really don't belong in. Listen, the two best names at 135 pounds are no doubt Gervonta Davis, he's just not a champion, and Devin Haney, who just happens to be the champion because he fought George Kambosos. Now, it could have played out the same way if he fought, let's say George Kambosos didn't fight T.O., but Devin did. It could have played out the same way. Devin could still be the champion. He probably would have went in there and mocked Teofimo the same way that George Kambosos did, but it just didn't play out that way. And I think a lot of people, the people that hate on Devin Haney, they're doing that because of how he became champion. And, that's really not fair. You can't blame somebody for how they became champion or who they fought to become champion. You just got to take it for what it is, man. And right now, Gervonta is the superstar of the division. Devin's the champion. Shakur is next in line. And I'm hoping that the 90 days means that we are lining up for the Devin Haney fight. Hopefully he petitioned hard with his lawyers and they fought hard and paid big fines because they feel like they can get the Devin Haney fight next and avoided the jail time because they wanted the Devin Haney fight next. And that it's not just that he's just doing that just cause, Let's hope he's doing that for a reason. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. That like button for me. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. More than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, feel free to hit my Gmail. It is flockofcards@gmail.com. That is flockofcards@gmail.com. And we are
OG, OG, OG. They ain't fucking with me. 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 Everything I do dope. Everything I do clean. You say I ain't TKOB, what the fuck you mean? I come through clean. New debit card in my blue jeans. You been a good girl, you can find out what cruise mean. Find out what new shoes mean. I rock Lacoste with no shoestrings. V-color on my mood ring. It's 24 carats, I wanna see Paris. Before the end of the fiscal year. You wanna get fiscal dirt? Come put your lips right here. I'm flyer than alert. Check, I'm a cool cat, matter of fact, I'm perfect. Police are perplexed, I'm cool, I never get nervous. I think I'm the shit now. My chick got locked up for the next 6 months, we been OG, OG, OG. They ain't fucking with me. 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 Hold up, make sure you get the picture right. Picture me with a red bone in a hotel watching naked night. With an Asian chick watching naked night. New girl with a new toy. She ain't get it from Fisher Price. I live the life of a pharaoh. You live the life of a scarecrow. Niggas want to compare flows like thumbtacks next to arrows. It ain't fair, ho, so I'ma go easy. Show me love when you see me. I got CDs and them MP3s.